Well, it's only the second day, but the sun has just about set on half the field of 128 men and 128 women. And welcome to Late Night. Hi again, everybody. I'm Pat O'Brien, along with Mary Carrillo. Hi, Mary.
Hey, Pat.
Day 2 here at the U.S. Open, and really a day of champions. We saw Andre Agassi, Pete Sampras, even Mats Wilander. While yesterday was Monica Seles' big day, for the women today, it was Steffi Graf, who has brought a lot of baggage to the U.S. Open with her.
Yeah, she really has. Her back has been bad for so long now. It forced her to skip the Australian Open. Still with a bad back, she was able to win 6 tournaments, including the French Open and Wimbledon. But since Wimbledon, she's had such a bad summer, Pat. I mean, she hasn't been practicing much. She's been very distracted. Her back has been bad. Her father's in jail in Germany on tax evasion charges. Her grandmother is very ill, and she's very close with her. So she's had a lot of problems. She's played only 1 match coming into the U.S. Open, and it was a loss she took 2 weeks ago to Amanda Coetzer of South Africa.
Mary, let's bring back the Canadian Open for a moment. One of the dark moments on the court. Of course, you put it in context, tennis. But one of the dark moments of the summer for Steffi.
It really was. She never loses early in a tournament. This was her first match of the Canadian Open, and she loses to Coetzer, who had never beaten her in 6 tries, had never gotten a set from her.
So today they meet again. Amanda Coetzer and Steffi Graf on the center court. Here's Graf serving 2-2. Love 15 in the first set.
Coetzer is going to remind you an awful lot of last year's winner, Arantxa Sanchez-Vicario. It's a Vicario scenario with Coetzer because she chases down everything. She's grown a lot fitter, and she will hang in a rally. And that means that Graf is forced to hit a lot of good shots. And Graf just didn't have a lot of good shots here. She played very distracted tennis today, and Coetzer played a very solid first set, though she did start choking towards the end of the first. She had broken Graf twice at love, and then had a hard time closing out set 1.
Graf having played only 1 match since Wimbledon, coming into the Open.
And it was a loss to this woman, so she was clearly not playing her best tennis. She wasn't serving well. So she did fight back and made things very tough in that first set tiebreak. It took an awful lot for Coetzer to finally secure that first set. But it really took an awful lot out of her. Once she did get that first set, after all the set points she had dropped, it was all Graf. I think she was just mentally exhausted. It had taken so much energy for her to finally hold on to that first set. See, it's not Graf-like tennis at all, is it? She's just sort of covering the ball, playing long points. Very un-Steffi-like tennis. But she was just trying to get out of the first round.
She goes up 5-1 in the third set.
And then things got tight as well. I mean, it was not a classic match by any stretch. In fact, Steffi Graf committed 56 unforced errors. That's just about 15 games worth of errors. But she was very relieved to get past this one.
Why so many errors?
It's lack of practice. She has admitted that she has not the confidence that she normally owns, and it showed today.
Match point. The crowd loved it, but I'm not sure Steffi did, and afterwards we caught up with her and talked about today.
In the beginning, I was a little nervous, but I think it's more because I haven't really had a lot of matches since Wimbledon, and like you said, the only match that I had, I played against Amanda and I lost, and I knew it's not going to be an easy first opponent. I mean, I would have loved to play her in the second or third round, but not the first one. But I felt fine.
What is it about her game that, against your game, what is it about her?
Well, she's an incredible mover. I mean, she really gets back some balls that you don't really expect, and she makes you play every point. And if you're not at your best, I mean, you definitely tend to make mistakes because you kind of force it, and she's a very steady player.
And we talked to Steffi about all the distractions that are shadowing her at the U.S. Open.
Sometimes difficult to focus on the tennis because you're more concerned about other things, but I'm trying to put it aside and hopefully I'll be able to do that here.
You know, watching her play today and listening to that interview, you have to wonder how much longer she can go mentally and physically in this tournament.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what she takes away from this match. I mean, the top players tend to be most susceptible in the early rounds, and this was a tough first-round match for her. Maybe now she can relax a little bit, but surely if she continues to play that kind of tennis, she won't win this.
She got one under her belt today. Still to come here on Late Night, Andre the Giant. Pistol Pete loads them up and fires them, and 8 women who share a yen for victory. Those stories and much more as night 2 rolls on to the National Tennis Center right here on CBS. Last year, Andre Agassi broke through to win the U.S. Open. This year, the Las Vegas native likes his odds for repeating. On the stadium court, he showed Brian Shelton how you take the racket and, well, just do it. Shelton serving first game, second set, 30-all.
This was the second match of the day right after Steffi Graf. She had struggled so hard on this court. Agassi, he never looked troubled by Brian Shelton at all, even though Shelton was trying to attack Agassi, come to the net, volley the ball, and take it to Agassi. It didn't matter for Andre at all. Full command of the court was he. For 3 straight easy sets. And even he had to smile over some of the great shots he was able to play.
He's back and the smile's back, it appears. And afterwards, he popped into our studio for a chat. Andre Agassi just walked in the studio and says he's got 2 more great meals ahead of you today, right? So you're planning your next meal?
That's one of the positives of playing early, you know. You still got the rest of the day to work with.
Question is, how hungry are you for a second title?
Oh, gosh, let me tell you. I mean, first time I've been here, seeded 1. First time I've been here really walking into the tournament believing that I can win it, you know, and that doesn't mean anything unless I go out there and do it, but one at a time, and I'm off to a good start.
And you and I talked about this before. Where is there more pressure? Last year coming in wanting to prove something, or this year wanting to prove something again?
I think if I had to say, I'd say last year, just simply because I was dealing with something beyond just proving something. I was dealing with really ending my career with regrets, and that's something that I think every athlete fears the most. And, you know, this year it's different, you know. I mean, I've accomplished so much. I'm excited to do more, but I have to say that I just lay it on the line now, and I play with confidence, and I'm executing my shots. I have a game plan. You know, now you can walk off the court and say, hey, I got beat if I lost today, and then that's quite nice.
I don't think you'd say, hey, but you'd say something, right? If you what's your game plan down the line? We always say 1 match at a time, but one match at a time and focus, right?
Yeah, you know, I figure I got, 18 sets left, you know, and you just kind of count down 1 set at a time, 1 point at a time. I mean, next one's Croatia, and then I'll move from there. But, I know everybody's looking, down the line, and they want to see me, maybe later on, maybe the classic me-Pete matchup. But I have to say that there are a lot of guys that don't want to see that happen, and I'm focused on 1 at a time.
Yeah, what are you and Pete saying about that? Because everybody's looking forward to an Agassi Sampras final.
Well, quite honestly, Pete and I are the only ones that don't even think about it, just simply because we know we can't afford to.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Good luck down the road.
Appreciate it.
Stop in anytime.
All right.
Pete Sampras today was thinking about Fernando Melangeni, and Mary Pete came out showing a lot of versatility today.
He looked great. He looked very good as well. Not maybe as solid point for point as Agassi, but remember 1 year ago he lost on this court to Jaime Izaga in the 4th round, and he was just in such bad shape physically. Today he really looked very, very good. He broke Melangeni 3 straight times and won the first set at love.
When he left the U.S. Open last year, he almost had to be carried out of here.
That's exactly right. He's a lot fitter this year, and he's attacking more from the net right away. I think last year he was mired on the baseline a little bit too much. Today he made a very good effort to be up there, taking control of the action from the net where he belongs.
Yeah, we voted this point so far the point of the tournament. 3rd set. Match point now. There it is. Afterwards, Mary, you caught up with him, and you talked about that great second point in the last game.
6-3, 6-4.
15-love in the last game. A terrific rally, the point of the day, and a nice moment afterwards when you high-fived a couple of guys. You're getting downright nutty in your old age.
Boy, it must be that Pizza Hut commercial. McEnroe was trying to get me to be, a little bit more emotional. But, this is U.S. Open time. You need to do whatever you can to win any point. If you dive, if you win ugly, whatever it takes to win out here.
We were talking earlier about Andre Pete. It's great to see these guys both on the same day. Take a look at both of them back to back.
Yeah, they both look good. I feel very good. I mean, Andre Agassi, now he's won 21 straight hardcourt matches. Hasn't, since Wimbledon, he has looked so good. But keep in mind, he plays perhaps this weekend two-time U.S. Open winner Stefan Edberg, who had a great-looking first-round match against Martin Damm. So, as Agassi and Pete both like to say, we cannot look that far ahead. Interestingly, for Pete Sampras, who I feel has a kinder draw, he now has to play Jaime Iziga, the guy who knocked him out of the fourth round of the 1994 U.S. Open. It was a very disappointing match for Pete Sampras, and I'm sure he'll want very badly for it to be a different story. Now that he's fitter physically, and I think mentally he's in a good place, I think he'll get through.
And sees Iziga again.
Yeah.
That'll be a fun match.
Yeah.
Next up here, Mary, the women's results and a look at 8 great prospects from the land of the rising sun as late night continues under the stars of Flushing Meadows. Stay with us. Nostalgia night, really, on the grandstand tonight. 1988 U.S. Open champion Mats Wilander at match point. Had a lot of trouble before the match. He was sick. And then he was down 2 break points in the 4th set, rallied back to win the set 6-4, and there he walks off with a 5-set victory. Mats Wilander advances. In other men's matches, number 7, Yevgeny Kafelnikov is a straight-set winner over Wimbledon walk-off Jeff Tarango. Number 9, Tomas Enqvist of Sweden barely hung on with a 5th-set tiebreak win. Number 11, Sergei Bergera of Spain rolled in 3. Number 13, Marc Rosset of Switzerland sliced into the second round. Number 14, Jim Courier, a runner-up here in 1991, was a Stadium Court winner tonight. And number 15, Todd Martin of Florida, advanced in 4. Mary, there's still a lot of men we haven't seen yet.
That's right. The runner-up from last year, Michael Schick, the 8th seed, he hasn't played his first round. He'll play tomorrow. So, too, will Michael Chang, the 5th seed, 3rd seed, Thomas Muster. If those two advance into the quarters, they play each other. Muster beat Chang to win the French Open, but I like Chang more in a hard court.
Really got to like Mats tonight, too, with all that trouble before and during the match, and walks off with a W.
No kidding. I think it really, his experience showed in the end, didn't it? And the guy he played, Steve Campbell, an American, a wild card, had never played a 5-setter before. I think that showed, but good effort from Wilander, who really was sick.
Indeed. We'll be back with more late night in a moment. Meantime, some more men's first-round results, including 1993 U.S. Open runner-up Cedric Pioline of France. Stay with us.